Pretty good bobblehead. Did you like it?
Yeah, got a big head anyway, so it fits me. Yeah, it was fun.
On a night like this, I know it's weird, but just all of it coming together. You get down 2, you come back, you get 2 goals. Just what's it feel like out there?
Yeah, it felt good. Obviously playing with Robo and Johnny, 2 really good hockey players, so easy to play with, and they were making plays around me. But good battle win from the team. We battled hard. It's not even in the first. I think we had a good start, and then all of a sudden it's 2-0. That's what the other Edmonton does. They're a really good team. They only need maybe 1-2 power plays to score. So, but overall, really happy with 2 points.
I think in the past 8 of 9 games, you guys have gotten scored on first, not doing the scoring first. What's the mentality of going down in these games and being able to fight back?
Yeah, obviously it's not ideal. You would really like to get the first goal. That would help a lot. It's easier to play with the lead sometimes, but I think group is really patient. Even if we go down to 2, even in later in the game, we still stick with it. Eventually it has to go in. But yeah, maybe that's one thing we can work on a little bit. Try to get the first goal.
You guys are on a 7-game point streak now, and given some of the players that you have out of the lineup, are you pretty pleased with that? Yeah,
I think the team is grinding. We're pulling together. It's not easy when you lose 2 elite centermen. It really helps when those 2 are in the lineup. But guys are coming up in different roles and making plays, and we're finding ways to get points on the board, and it's really important. Obviously, we hope those guys come back soon so they can help us even more.
As you go through overtime and shootouts, do you think you get better? I know it's been, 4 out of the last 5 or something like that?
Yeah, I think like today and in Florida, we had chances in OT to win it, so we got to work on that stuff. But, shootouts are now, 2-2 maybe?
Yeah.
So guys are doing a good job on that, So, and Casey was making big saves against really good players, so team win.
When you see Miro skating like he did against Connor McDavid in overtime with that much ice, does it just lend a little bit of awe to how he plays the game?
Yeah, I was happy in the start of the OT. I saw he was swinging with McDavid. I thought it was a great matchup for us. He's our best skater. Not many guys in the league can skate with him. I think him and Makar probably. I would say only 2 guys who can skate with him like that. So. And maybe Hughes is one as well. So, but yeah, he's world class, and he showed it there.
What's a night like this like with Mikko? Obviously, the bobblehead, just everything going on. It just seemed like a fun night to be in the arena.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, entertaining game. Not exactly how we would have scripted it, but you got to find ways to win, and definitely a pretty great night for Mikko. It's pretty impressive to watch him out there.
And then when you guys get down 2-0, is there no panic now, or?
Yeah, I think we've always been a team that's, has a lot of patience and kind of that no quit kind of attitude where, we believe we can come back in any game and just got to keep chipping away. And so, yeah, I mean, been in that situation, too many times I think this year, but it's good to have that confidence when we are in those situations.
Your line with Mikko and Robo looked pretty dangerous a lot of the night. What is it about Mikko that kind of helps make that line go?
Yeah, I mean, I think, a lot of things, he's an awesome player. He can, you see he can score goals, he can make plays, he can, protect the puck really well. Just does so many things really well, which, helps, make life a lot easier on me and Robo. And, I think he opens up a lot of space for us just using, his big body. And, yeah, I mean, just an awesome player and a lot of fun to play with.
For you personally, how much of the shootout is predetermined? How much is reading the goalie?
I mean, I got my moves that I like to do. And, yeah, I mean, I think for the most part I like to come in with a plan and, obviously, get to, learn goalies a little bit and learn, kind of the way they play and, maybe some things you can, try to do. And so I think for me, it's just kind of going with a plan and, if plan A doesn't look good to me, then go to plan B. And if that doesn't look good, then, I don't know, figure it out. But, I mean, that was plan A tonight, just to come in and shoot it.
With some of the guys that you have out of the lineup right now, you're on a 7-game point streak still as a team. Are you pretty pleased with the output?
Yeah, I think I think we definitely still have room for growth, and I think we're an awesome team, and we're going to continue to get better. But I think it's definitely not easy with the guys we've been missing for the last little bit. It's not easy in any team, and I think we're a really deep group, which has allowed us to keep playing and keep getting points. But we also love to get those guys back as soon as possible.
You've come back from a couple of 2-goal leads over the past few games, but how important was it to get that goal when they went at 3-1 as quickly as you guys did?
Yeah, it's huge. I think it's pretty much next shift or something like that. So I think that just kind of I think that helps first get some momentum back, and just puts it into a lot more manageable position. Being down only 1 versus being down 2 as the game goes on. So I think it's super important.
It's just a good feeling for Glenn to beat his old team.
Yeah, for sure. I think everyone when you're coming from a team, you want to beat them, no matter how the situation, how leaving the team or whatever that is. I think just you always want to beat your previous team, and so I think that was great, and I think we all wanted to win that one for him.
We've seen it before, but this is just another big Mikko game.
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody knows what he is capable of. We have played a lot against him, and glad he's in our side. He's of course great player and can create a lot, and score big goals and make a big play. So yeah, it's great to have him here.
Mikko said you're one of maybe only 3 defensemen that can skate with Connor McDavid. When you get to overtime and that much open ice, I guess what's the key for you keeping him from getting a dangerous look?
Just try to have a good gap. Stay close to him, and try. Not. How do I say it? Try not get his full speed, and stay close and try to use your stick as much as you can, and work out tonight pretty well.
Do you like that matchup? Is it fun for you?
Yeah, it's always fun. He's best player in the world, and it's always a good challenge to go against him, and it's it's not easy, but it's fun at the same time to see, and I think we did a pretty good job tonight against him.
What's allowed this team to be so resilient when you give up the first goal or first 2 goals?
Just believe. We have done that a few times now, and of course we want to better starts, and it's not great to give 2-goal lead every game, but it's try to have better starts, but just believe after what happens if we are leading or losing, whatever it is, just try to do our thing and play our game, and believe in it, and I think that's the key.
Do you guys look at the bobbleheads at all? Do you compare yours to theirs or anything, or it's not that big of a deal for players?
It's fun for sure. It's have to take a little look. I didn't see it really close, but it's fun for sure for us too. But for the fans, it's great.
Your name's been mentioned as someone who steps up without Jamie in the room and Duchesne and other leaders. Is that something you're trying to do a little bit more?
Yeah, of course we are missing a lot of leaders, and every guy has to step up a little bit and try to help it that way. And I think everybody's doing a good job right now, and hopefully get those guys back pretty soon. But it's I think it's we have a lot of leaders here, and just have to step up a little bit and try to help everyone.
Do that at the end of that game. It just seems like
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to get the points in the extra point, right? We've been to overtime 3 times here, and so it's nice to get the extra point, and then against them too, it's even better.
Mikko said that Miro is one of maybe only 3 defensemen who can skate like that against Connor McDavid. What is it like to watch him go up against him in overtime with that much space out on the ice? McDavid can make plays.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. And he can neutralize, right? And that's what the elite can do, right? When they're playing against each other, and without getting too long-winded. You look at 4 Nations, and there's no space that's what those top guys can do to each other. That's why Miro is who he is. He's a top defenseman in the league. You can skate with him, and he can kind of just get it to zero with the best.
Is that kind of the rationale behind starting two defensemen in overtime also? Is that 50-50 if that goes to...
Yeah, you're really trying to shrink overtime with those two players to 2.5 minutes and then get your top guys out there in a different matchup, and that's what you're trying to do, and to neutralize them. And I thought our D did a great job. I thought we didn't leak any chances, and we had our opportunities on the changes. So we discussed it on the bench. Naz said, hey, maybe we should go 2D. It was a great call by him. We all conferred on it, and just having watched them play a lot of 3-on-3 over the years, it's just you want to get out of that alive and then see if you can win it in the 2.5 minutes.
Coach, your comments on Wyatt Johnston's game tonight?
Yeah, when you play, I thought lots of guys played good, but when you play the top teams and you notice a young player like that playing up against the other top players, it's just a tremendous sign, right? And we've played the Stanley Cup champions and the runners-up in the last couple games, and I thought he stood out in a real good way.
What did you think about Mikko tonight? Obviously, a lot of focus on him because of the bobblehead and everything else, and just who he is, and then to come up and have a game like that.
Yeah, he's so big for us. He's a big man, but he's so big for us in more ways than even the ice. I thought he was tremendous on the ice. He's a tremendous competitor. He's a great leader. I thought he's just so good for our locker room, and to have a game like that, and again, top players against top players, you can see everything rises, and it's exciting to watch.
Your group's done a great job coming back, but allowing the first goal, even the first two, what are you attributing that to?
I don't know. I would like to think I do have a theory. I think there's still part of us that's tentative, and it's coming out. It's working its way out of the system. That's really what I believe. And I think we got a great group of guys that want to do everything right. But what we've been talking about this last week is we need to just play hockey. And we got all these system change and everything. We've got them down now. But within all the structure, there's got to be hockey players. And I'm trying now as a coach to free them up to play. Half the game's random, and in that random part of the game, we need instinct and hockey guys. And that's where I'm trying to free them up. I think it's going to get out of our system very soon, and when it does, I think the sky's the limit.
It felt like there was a noticeable shift in the second and third periods. You had a lot more of your guys right in the crease area for all those rebound opportunities. Was that kind of maybe
by design? Yeah. We needed to get in the interior with them. They pack it in pretty good, and if you look at how they give up chances or get scored on, you got to get to the inside with them. And hey, listen, they can defend with the best of them, so you got to get inside, and we talked about that after the first. So it's a good pickup by you. Yeah, thank you.